This is the Divo Knives Pony Stout, designed by Kevin Johnson, Kev of Lefty EDC, and Colin Maison-Pierre of CM Designs. Together they are Divo Knives, and man, they are tearing it up. I gotta say, I saw them at Blade Show. I've had them both on the show, and had plenty of correspondences with them over the years, over the past maybe 2 years anyway. It was really nice to see them again in person and to pick up the work they've been working on. They have some incredible knives that they've released. One of them I'm really looking forward to getting is the Buzz. I got this, one of my absolute favorites. I'll show this off in a minute. This is the Growler. Sorry, I would have waited until I remembered. The Growler. Love this thing. They have a lot of cool prototypes coming out of this that they were showing off, and this Pony Stout, I picked it up and played with it a little bit, fiddled with it. I knew I was going to be getting this, and then I really like this, but I wanted the Growler because it's more in my size range. And then as I walked away, Kevin, it was like that old Coca-Cola commercial where the kids waiting outside the football, the locker room, and I don't even remember who it was, Mean Joe Green or someone throws him his jersey after the kid gives him a Coke. Kevin's like, hey, wait up a second, here. And he gave this to me, Colin and Kevin did, and I greatly appreciate it, guys. I love this knife. This has become one of my absolute favorites, period. But especially in terms of smaller knives. This is about a 3-inch knife, and I generally tend to carry them in a secondary role sometimes. But this has just, I don't know, really got me hooked. It's a beautiful blade, this nice, I'm going to call this a sheep's foot, modified sheep's foot, nice swedge, beautiful swale there for your thumb on a choke up. Cool shaped opening hole, reminds me of a canopy or a car window or something, but I like that shape. And this is 14C28 and just beautifully hollow ground. It is so nice and slicey and sharp. And then it's all on bearings here. Nice drop shut action. Great flipping action. You can slow roll, you can thumb flick, you can do that business. You can even open it up with 2 hands if you're feeling old school. Nice wire clip and a beautifully contoured G10 handle. This also comes in micartas, and I gotta say, I always go for the micarta. I always do. But then I miss out on stuff like this. Like, this is what Kevin gave me. And I took it, I opened it up and was like so psyched, because I don't always choose black on black. I do love a black on black knife, and I don't always choose G10. And I'm so glad I got this in this beautifully contoured G10. It feels great in hand. It's just a pleasure to look at, and great to use. I guess I haven't really mentioned that either. This is a great knife to use. That point, I at first blush when I got the Stout prototype, the big brother of this. I had the prototype over a year ago or so, and got a chance to check it out. I was concerned that it wasn't pointy enough for me, but I got to say, that tip works great. It works great for getting into stuff. And I have not used this on a clamshell package, but I have no doubt it would make quick work of it. And you'd have secured hold here with this crowned spine. That swale is crowned. All of this is nice and smoothed over. Yeah, I love this thing. I guess they're not into lanyard holes. That's cool. It keeps it nice and clean down here. I wouldn't mind a hidden lanyard post, because I got to say, for me personally, for smaller knives, when I really bond with them, I like to put a little something on it, a little fob, little piece of leather, little piece of paracord, almost like I don't know, a marking. It kind of gives it a special little feel. Plus, I like dropping things like this in my pocket sometimes, and a fob helps it stay oriented north to south in pocket. All right, let me show this to you with the growler. I love this knife. This growler is so cool. Now I did a video on the growler, but I'll do another quick one just to show off that this one is mine. It is so incredibly, it gets so thin and slicey, this knife does. This is also available. I think this one is White Mountain Knives and maybe their website only. I don't mean to talk out of school here, but I do know that this can be had at White Mountain Knives. I'm falling all over the place here. But yeah, I left Blade Show with these two beautiful Divos, and I couldn't be psycheder. The reason I want to do another video about this one is that it reminds me of a classical knife, and I want to see if anyone can guess what it is. Well, see if you can guess what it is, and if you check out that video, I'll show it with another, with a knife of that type. I used to say it was like a clip point, like a Bowie. I take that back. I was naive then. Now I know so much more. Let me show this beautiful Divo Knives Pony Stout. Plus, I like all the alcohol sort of reference names. I like when people stay on theme like that. It's kind of easy to remember things, even though I had a hard time remembering Growler. But makes it easier to remember things than like the 745-96, you know. And plus, the name adds character. Okay, so Pony Stout, here it is with the RSK Mark I by Hogue and Doug Ritter. And here it is with the Paramilitary 2. Your two standard size comparison knives, two great knives, 50-50 choil, 50-50 choil. That's cool. Okay, so size-wise, that's what you're working with. Well, let me show you some knives that are in a similar spirit. Here's the Penguin by QSP. You know, not nearly as stylish or well considered, but a similar kind of knife that would excel at similar tasks. Here it is with the Holiday from Finch Knives. Another nice straight-edged, in this case, Wharncliffe. I'm going to call that a sheep's foot. That's a sheep's foot. Let's see. Speaking of Wharncliffes, here it is with a Delica Wharncliffe. Love that knife. All right, two more here. This one is by KC, Tempest Knives. This is the Microburst. Another one that I have just fallen in love with. I had a chance to check out the prototype of this one and really liked it. So when the chance came up, I got myself one of those. And then lastly, this one is designed by Colin Maison-Pierre, half of Divo Knives. And this is an early knife that he did for Kubi. There's his CM Designs Maker's Mark. So similar size and same lineage. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Divo Knives Pony Stout. You should check out my other video on the Stout, though that was quite a while ago, and it's a different knife. But, look at that. What a beauty. I love this thing. Thank you, Lefty, and thank you, Kev and Colin, for gifting me this. I greatly appreciate it, and I look forward to your continued success. By the way, the Buzz, you should check out the Buzz on White Mountain Knives. Their titanium, oh my God, that knife is beautiful. Check that one out. All right, I've emoted enough. Take care.